Hey, well, there is a couple of things to talk about before we get into Impact from last night. First off, I want to make mention of a little video here on Pop that Will put out quite a while back, actually a month ago almost to the day. And this video is talking about the 2015 Batman and Superman team-up movie that's going to be helmed by Zack Snyder with Christopher Nolan as the executive producer. Now, there's been a lot of rumors lately about Christian Bale returning to the series and them offering them like $60 million to take the role on. Well, me, Will, and Ben all did a video here, right here in this very room, talking about who our candidates for Batman would be. And I brought up Armie Hammer, which would have been awesome, but Armie Hammer, of course, not really big in the superhero genre, so, I guess that was a lost opportunity. Someone else was brought up, and that man is the it guy in Hollywood right now, and that is Ben Affleck. That's right, Academy Award winner Ben Affleck. I'm telling you right now, for those of you that are watching this video and are Batman fans, this is a good thing, folks, it really is. Ben Affleck is going to be an amazing Bruce Wayne, and I truly believe Ben Affleck can be an amazing Batman as well. I think him and Henry Cavill will play off each other pretty well, and like I said, Affleck is amazing, and he can do no wrong, so I'll just give it a shot, people, just give it a shot. Okay, I got more news. Plans are for Saturday now, so 2 days from now. This is technically Thursday. 2 days from now, we're going to be going to Athena Grand to watch The World's End, and then going to Athena Cinema to watch The Bling Ring and ending with Blackfish. And some B-dubs in the middle, of course. Another thing. Apparently, I will not be spending my birthday at Disney. Not the full day. Because I just got an invite on Facebook this afternoon for a Halloween Horror Nights YouTube meetup. This, of course, means I get to hang out with the Tim Tracker, who, if you guys know, he is pretty much the reason I do these videos. Pretty much the reason why I have a YouTube channel. Him and Dr. Jimmy, of course, both of them. Both connected to Halloween Horror Nights one way or another. Excuse me. So, yeah, I've changed my plans, and I will be getting a Rush of Fear pass now, apparently. So, yeah, we'll get more information on that. But, it's really late. We're watching You're Next in about 13 hours. So, let's talk Impact. Second half of Hardcore Justice. First off, I'm sorry about not writing as much as I normally do. I was really tired tonight. Got out of Blue Jasmine, came here, had some food, and I watched Impact a few minutes ago and took notes. So, if it's not as detailed as it normally is, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, you'll have that sometimes. So Bully Ray and Tito Ortiz show up, and Mr. Anderson is the first to greet them, and he wonders why Bully Ray isn't getting a hold of them. He's not answering his calls, not answering text messages, and Bully's like, well, you need to be more concerned about earning your stripes and earning your keep in the Aces and Eights and taking out the main event Mafia tonight. One member, by one, of course. So, Bobby Roode, Frankie Kazarian, and Christopher Daniels come out. They congratulated Bully Ray on somehow becoming a two-time World Heavyweight Champion last week. But with that win comes the fact that now he has a giant target on his chest. One of the three will walk into the Bound for Glory pay-per-view, and that man will capture the World Heavyweight Championship. See, last week was just the start. Why would you want just 25% when you can be 1/3 of the Bound for Glory series? So there needs to be one other person in Ego, and that man is a double Austin Aries. So he makes a formal invitation to bring in Austin Aries into the fold. Well, Cowboy James Storm and Gunner come out, the current TNA World Tag Team Champions, and he says it's not a matter of if Bobby Roode will turn on you, but simply when. And Roode's like, James, you're just jealous. And Storm's like, well, you know what? I'm just jealous of someone with, wow, God, what a long day. Someone with a 6-pack of beer when I only got 2 left. So Storm's like, I'm going to take off my hat, I'm going to take off my shirt, I'm going to drink this beer, and I'm going to punch you right in the face. What does Storm do? He takes off his hat, takes off his shirt, chugs his beer, and he punches Bobby Roode in the face. So we have a nice little brawl for a moment, and Chris Danielson gets sent to the back. So we have an official match, apparently, to start the show off. Frankie Kazarian and Bobby Roode taking on the TNA Tag Team Champions, Cowboy James Storm and Gunner. Whipping and spin kick by Kazarian on Gunner for a 2 count. So big forearm tagging to Bobby Roode. Roode comes in, boot in snapmare, somersault neck snap, and snap suplex, leaping knee drop 1-2 and a kick out. So tag Kaz back in. He hits a leaping guillotine leg drop 1-2 and a kick out. So he comes back, 2 forearms on Kaz. Kaz thumbs him in the eye. Goes for a clothesline, does Kaz. Gunner ducks it, catches him, Uranagi in a backbreaker, tagging to James Storm, tagging to Bobby Roode. So the former Beer Money are going to square it off now. Forearm, inverted atomic drop, whip in, cut him off the ropes, power slam, goes up top, flying elbow drop, and Kaz makes the save before the 3 count could be administered. Taz tossed over the top by Gunner. Whip in, caught, goes for the perfect plex, gets reversed, ducks the clothesline, closing time, goes for the last call, pushes Hebner in front. Kaz goes for a shot with the tag team title belt. Referee catches it. Hebner uses that distraction momentarily for Bobby Roode to low blow James Storm, rolling up from behind 1, 2, 3. So Austin Aries has a decision to make, and he weighs the options, and he says, well, I'll pretty much make a decision by the end of the night. Via the Twitter feed, we found out that all of our all of our prayers have been answered. I guess we'll go with that. And the X Division title will now be not 3 ways. It will be just singles matches. So that's awesome. So we get this non-title matchup between the X Division champion Manik and the player from the Himalayas, Sanjay Dutt. This was a really fast-paced, really enjoyable match. Manik gets caught with a back elbow. Shane Helms style halo. And he flips out of it, whip in, tip up, and he goes for a springboard into a drop kick on the floor. Springboard, missile drop kick to the shoulder when he gets back in, 1-2 and a kick out. So he catches Dutt, going for a Rana, sit out powerbomb, 1-2 and a kick out. Charges in, gets caught, boot in, rolls out, and hits a nice knee strike in the corner. Big time exploder, falling splash off the top rope, 1-2 and a kick out. Front slam, Sanjay goes for the moonsault double stomp. And Manik's out of the way, goes for Hurricane Rana, gets caught into a fireman's carry into a gutbuster, and the finish is administered just that quickly. Chicken wing into a gutbuster, 1, 2, 3, and Manik wins this non-title match. We get a 4-way street fight to determine who will walk away with 20 points in the Bound for Glory series. The Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, Joseph Park, still 0, Jay Bradley, and Sean Hernandez. So Hernandez grabs a Singapore cane and canes Daniels in the back on 2 separate occasions. Goes for the border toss on the rampway. Daniels backdrops him to the ramp. Bradley comes in back to live action in the ring with an avalanche on Joseph Park in the corner. Goes for the big boot in the corner. He misses. He crotches himself up there. 2 big shoulder blocks from Joseph Park. And he goes for a chair shot, does Jay Bradley. He gets double leg, turned into the Boston Crab. I guess in case this will be the Chicago Crab. And Kaz gets up on the ring apron. That breaks the submission hold. Kaz gets knocked off. Eric Young comes out to fight off Rude and Kazarian. And Bobby Roode takes the advantage on Eric Young, of course, at ringside, still giving advice to Joseph Park. Big boot on Daniels by Jay Bradley. He beels him out of the corner, charges in for a kick to the groin, and chair shot to the lower back, picks him up, and turnaround backdrop suplex on the chair, comes off the ropes, Kaz trips and pulls him out of the ring, and Kaz and Roode put the boots to him. So, out of nowhere, Hernandez is somehow on the rampway and hits Air Mexico. Clothesline, chop, whip in, big splash in the corner, and caught a knee, comes off the ropes. He pounces him, goes for the border toss, gets countered. Austin Aries runs in for a distraction. STO by Daniels. Aries in the ring, and he high-fives Roode, and he high-fives Kaz, and then he goes to high-five Daniels. He boots him in the midsection, give him the brain buster. Daniels rolls out of the ring and to the floor, and Aries runs away, and Kaz and Roode follow him. They chase him in the back. Bradley puts Nux on his hand, and he pops Joseph Park in the mouth with it. And of course, that makes him see his own blood. You know what happens when Joseph Park sees his own blood. He goes into abyss mode. So, a big right hand, and he knocks Hernandez off the apron with another big right hand. He catches Bradley with the black hole slam, 1, 2, 3, and a big 20 points for Joseph Park in the Bound for Glory series. So, Bully Ray and Tito Ortiz come out, and they talk some trash momentarily, and the world is going to be shocked yet again when Bully reveals that him and Brooke are together. Well, he calls Brooke out. Brooke Hogan's music plays, and of course, Brooke Tessmacher comes out instead, looking as biker-esque as possible, black leather and just like scantily clad. I have no problems with this. And basically, they make out in the center of the ring, and Bully says he got the hotter Brooke. And who's going to stop Bully Ray now? We'll see. We get our semi-main event of the evening. Gail Kim versus ODB. Of course, this all stems from the three-way hardcore match between Gail Kim, ODB, and Mickie James that was on Hardcore Justice last week. This is a continuation of Hardcore Justice last week. And ODB got the victory. So this leads to a match. So we go midway through the match like we do here on Pop. Shoulder breaker. Very nasty looking shoulder breaker. It looks like it didn't really go off like it could have. It didn't go off that well. On ODB, 1-2 and a kick out. So hammerlock, ODB elbows out of it, goes for a cannonball, which she did earlier in the match. She cannonballs the forearm, because she was working on the arm and the shoulder. The entire match was the flying arm bar, everything just working on the arm. So she goes for the cannonball, and ODB counters and low blows Gail Kim, tosses her back off, wow, long day, back in the ring, from the ring apron the hard way. Clothesline, back elbow, shoulder block, and whip in. And gets caught with a reversal, gets the boot up, middle rope into a Fez press by Gail Kim. Kick to the shoulder, and Gail goes up top. She gets crotched up top, superplex, 1-2, and a kick out. She goes for the BAM, the Hawaiian Crusher, the TKO, depending on what you call it, the Ace Crusher, the Godsmack. So many names for this maneuver. Gets counter, reverse, crucifix roll up from Gail Kim, 1, 2, 3. Clean win for Gail Kim. So then we get to our main event. Our main event is the Main Event Mafia. The four men of the Main Event Mafia, of course, Kurt Angle is still in rehab. So it is Rampage Jackson, Samoa Joe, Sting, and Magnus are the four men in the Main Event Mafia. They are down one guy, and they're facing off against Aces and Eights, Mr. Anderson, Devon, Wes Briscoe, Garrett Bischoff, and Mike Nux. So, loser leaves TNA. The person that gets pinned or submits, loses the fall, leaves the company. So this is set up for a lot of things. Like, think about it. There was a lot of speculation on what would happen in this until we found out exactly what the result was going to be. So everybody was like, oh, it's going to have to get rid of Angle. No, obviously that didn't happen. Oh, it's going to have to get rid of Sting, and Sting gets The Undertaker, WrestleMania 30. No, not going to happen, at least not for the time being. I mean, there's a lot of direction you go. And, like, get rid of some of the dead weight in Aces and Eights. Like, you get rid of Nux, or get rid of Bischoff or Briscoe. Get rid of them. No reason to get rid of Mr. Anderson. I mean, there's like rumors about him going possible. He's going to be re-signing soon anyway, so you'll be fine. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. AJ Styles' contract is going to be up next month, so it'll be interesting to see if he goes to another company or he sticks with TNA. I think he's smart to stick with TNA because if he stays with TNA in the long run, I do think the end game of this is AJ beating Bully Ray at Bound for Glory for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and that's how it should be. We'll talk about that in a minute. My stomach hurts. I'm way too ahead of myself on this one. So, Mr. Anderson says, okay, we're fair. We're going to be fair about this. We know you only have 4 guys, so how about one of you decide to just lay down right now for us, and this will be over. And Sting's like, no, that's not going to happen. And all of a sudden we hear AJ Styles music hit. The no one music, the really somber music, kind of sounds like the Aces and Eights theme. You could definitely tell Serge Salinas is part of this song. So AJ comes out and the music stops and AJ's old theme hits and he rips off the emo Styles look and he is old AJ Styles again. So AJ has made his official return to the babyface ranks of Impact Wrestling. So let's go to the match, shall we? This is going to be fun to read. So Magnus fights out of the corner. Clothesline, 1-2, and a kick out by Nux. And backdrop suplex, tagging a Devon. Back elbow, choke on the middle rope, tagging a Garrett Bischoff. He nails a very awkward looking flapjack. Tagging a Wes Briscoe. Whip in into a clothesline from Wes. 1-2 and a kick out. Tagging to Mr. Anderson. He goes for a cover. 1-2 and a kick out. So whip in, reverse, ducks the clothesline, crossbody, gets caught. Anderson with the eye rake and tagging a Devon. Snapmare, leaping guillotine leg drop into a neck twist. A punch out by Magnus. Comes off the ropes. Spinning back elbow by Devon. Tagging to Nux. Scoop slam. Goes off the middle rope with a leg drop. 1-2 and a kick out. So makes another cover. 1-2 again. Goes for another cover. 1-2 and again. So resilience of Nux at this point. Suplex blocked. Boot in DDT on Nux. And tagging to Sting. Sting with a standing dropkick. Stinger splash. 2 in succession. Kicks the leg out. Goes for the Scorpion. And all the ring just fills like total carnage everywhere. All out brawl. Rampage takes every member of the Aces and Eights down one by one. Scorpion death drop on Nux. And goes for the Scorpion deathlock. Devon with a low blow breaks it up before Nux has to tap out. So Nux comes in with a cover, 1-2, and a kick out. Tagging a Devon. Scoop slam. Middle rope headbutt. Misses this time around. Tagging to AJ. AJ with a springboard flying forearm. Step up in, Sagiri kick, 1-2, and a kick out. So everybody brawls. Anderson comes to the ring, goes for a clothesline, and AJ ducks, nails the Pele on Anderson, knocks him down. He ducks Devon's clothesline. Devon comes off on the opposite side with a big-time spear. Devon goes for a slam. It gets reversed. AJ hits the Styles Clash out of nowhere, and 1-2-3. Devon is gone from Impact Wrestling. So that was Impact this week. Like I said, I'm sorry it's not as long as it normally is. Like I said, I've been it's been a long night. You just read things you don't like seeing sometimes, and you just want to just get the night over with. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Let's talk about the Bound for Glory series, shall we? So there's a little bit of a shift in the Bound for Glory series. With this, Joseph Park is now no longer at negative points. He is at 17 at this moment. 17 puts him into 8th place. Jay Bradley still has 0. And Hernandez still has 9. Well, still at 9. And Bradley has 0, so he's dead last now. The leaderboard didn't change other than that, so there's always that. What did we learn today? Well, hold on. Let me pick this up because I dropped my notes here. Okay. Austin Aries is getting himself over. He doesn't have to worry about a group. He doesn't care about strength and numbers. He's going to do him for the longest time. So basically that's exactly what he's going to do. He's out for himself and himself only. So, Bobby Roode and Frankie Kazarian got a non-title victory over the tag team champions. So, I think there will be a tag team title match somewhere in the near future. If not, they don't give it to the Bad Influence, but I think that might be a possibility as well. Really interesting to see that Kaz and Roode both got 20 points and Daniels got screwed. So, interesting. Interesting to see where they're going with that. Manic beat Sanjay Dutt in a non-title match. Really good match. Very enjoyable, high, fast-paced action. Joseph Park gets a very much-needed 20 points in the Bound for Glory series, so he's now out in the negative numbers, and it already puts him up to 8th place. Gail Kim beats ODB, basically just countering the BAM into a crucifix roll-up, and that was awesome. Main Event Mafia beat the Aces and Eights when AJ Styles makes his return. The phenomenal AJ Styles makes his in-ring return to babyfacedom, kills Emo Styles once and for all, and basically vanquishes Devon of the Aces and Eights, who apparently is going to be taking a road agent job very soon, if not leaving the company. I heard rumors he's actually going to leave the company, so Devon will probably be out sooner rather than later. I think AJ will resign. I think Mr. Anderson will resign, and I do want to throw it out. I heard this sucks about this. Apparently Valerie Wyndham, SoCal Val, she got 86 today, so that sucks because I'm a big fan of Val's work. I think she's absolutely gorgeous, and I think she's really awesome, and it was really, hopefully somebody will pick her up. I don't care who it is at this point. Like, she stay on the SoCal indie scene if she wants to do that. She could go to potentially Shimmer. I don't know, just, it could be anything really. It would be nice to see SoCal Val in another Fed somewhere down the road. Don't think she'll go to WWE, but stranger things have happened. So that was Impact this week. So, yeah, an abbreviated version of Impact. So, yeah, like I said, it's almost 1 a.m., so, yeah, there's always that. If you like these videos, tell your friends about them, leave a comment, do subscribe. And if you want to tweet me, you can. It's at Sir Owen Disney. If you want to follow me on Facebook, you're more than welcome to Owen Disney. If you want to email me anything you'd like, you can email me, sirowendisney@gmail.com. And we'll be back, wrestling fans, hopefully, as everything works out, Friday night with NXT and SmackDown. That's what I'm hoping to do. The big 2 out of 3 falls Antonio Cesaro, Sami Zayn match that I've been hearing nothing but rave reviews about. I get to call that in tomorrow, so that's going to be awesome. And if not, I will get the NXT video out with SmackDown on Saturday or Sunday, one of the two. I will try not to get behind. And of course, Friday we've got AJ's movie reviews. We're going to be talking about Your Next, Blue Jasmine, and Hell Baby's on that list as well. So that's going to be good. And the Mortal Instruments. So all these will be reviewed, as well as a couple release movies like I said, Hell Baby's mentioned. And like I said, coming to pop next week, Sharknado. So yeah, there's always that. And big verses this week. Cryptic comment is... yeah, I'm just going to throw it out there. Your cryptic comment for verses this week, 31 flavors. So that's all I need to say. And pretty much you can figure it out based on what this week is. And another thing we're going to be reviewing this week will be The World's End. So The World's End will be reviewed next week with Blackfish and the Bling Ring. And that's going to be on top of, it looks like Getaway will be on that list. And maybe a couple others as well. So stay tuned. So until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all I got to say about that.